Okay, so these are good. I'm glad you guys are saying these. So first thing is when I send the messages, I feel like, they don't want to follow up. It's not their job to follow up to you. It's your job to follow up to them. And, and like John Maxwell's, and, if you guys ever watch any trainings that I do on sponsoring, I always say this. But turn the air down. But, the four steps to sponsoring is exposure, offer, exposure, follow up. And so if we were supposed to just expose people to the kit, to the lifestyle that we live, to the business, just to all of that, if we expose them and then we send them an opportunity message, and then just if they don't respond, if that's just it, then that's it, right? Well, to me, if someone sent me a message and was like, girl, I think you'd be amazing at this, and then I didn't respond and I just never heard back from them or anything, I'd be like, well, how bad did you want me to join your team? You know what I mean? And so I try to think about myself in their shoes. You know what I mean? And then I try to think about how I felt before I joined. How long did it take me to join? How long has it taken every single person on this team to join? They didn't just do it. I can think of one person, my entire business with Younique, that joined the second I asked them. One person. Everyone else, it took them at least to the next day, if not months, if not a year. You know what I mean? But if I would have just stopped talking to them, stopped, showing up for them, if I would have just cut off step 3 and 4, which is exposure and then follow up, then I would never have sponsored, I would say 75% of everybody that I've sponsored, and which brings a lot of the team, you know what I mean? So I have to constantly expose them. I have to posting attraction marketing, going live, making posts about the kit, showing my lifestyle, showing the things that this has done for me, that this has changed in me, all of those types of things. And then I have to send the opportunity messages. I have to, when someone wants a kudos, I have to offer the opportunity, instead. Now, if they don't say yes to that, no problem. They can still make their purchase. But we've got to get intentional with offering, okay? It's like going into a gas station and there's a whole roll of lottery tickets, and you can either say, I want the first one, and if the first one isn't a winner, then I'm done. Or you'll say, it's worth it for me to scratch off every single one of those dang lottery tickets because my odds are higher if I go through every one of them, right? And so we're going to have some lottery tickets that are blanks. They're duds. There's nothing on there. You know what I mean? And we have to be able to look and say, or, our perspective and say, I can't just scratch off one ticket. If I want to win, I got to scratch them all off. I may go through coins. I may go, my fingers may cramp. I may get pissed off that I haven't won a dang free ticket out of the last 20 tickets. But boy, that 21st ticket, when you scratch it off and you see jumbo, you know what I mean? You're like, heck freaking yes. I'm so glad I didn't stop. I'm so glad I didn't quit asking. I'm so glad that I didn't, give up on sponsoring. Because imagine just one person joining your team and wanting this as bad as you do. And then you have to ask yourself, how bad do you want it? And how bad is it showing? Excuse me, got my throat. Because that is going, your vibe, how, your vibe attracts your tribe. And so when you're sending out messages, get in a system of following up with them. Get a notebook. Have a specific notebook for nothing else other than names of people that you send the opportunity message to. And then so what I do is I send out my opportunity messages every day, and then I do follow-up Fridays. So then on Friday, I go follow up with everybody that I've sent an opportunity message to throughout the week. Okay? And so, maybe they didn't respond at all. And so, and I always send my opportunity messages in voice, okay? Always. I want them to hear the sincerity in my voice. I want them to hear my confidence, my genuine, belief that they would be amazing at this. I want them to hear that. And so I always do voice messages. So let's say they don't respond to my voice message at all. They opened it, maybe they didn't, whatever, they didn't respond. I am going to send them a typed message, and I'm going to be like, hey, Jamie, I just wanted to check in with you. I know sometimes voice messages don't work. Or, I'll just say something like, oh, my voice messages haven't been working today. So I just want to check in and see if that went through. If it did, let me know what you think. If it didn't, let me know so I can send you, so I can type it out or something. I'll put it just on everyday life. Hey girl, and then let's say they say, yeah, they'll watch the video, and then we send them the video, and then they don't respond after the video. So then after that point, we want to go back, and I'm going to say, hey girl, or I don't say, hey girl, don't say that. Just say, hey, their name. Okay. I just always say girl in trainings because but I always say specific names, but I don't want you all to go say, hey girl, say their specific names. So we're going to stick with Jamie because that's the name I used a minute ago. Okay, so hey Jamie, I wanted to check in with you and see if you got a chance to watch the video. I truly believe that, you could rock this out or whatever, use different words than you said in your actual voice message. So that way it doesn't sound like you're just like repeating a script, but broke down. And so, to be like, hey, Jamie, I just want to check in with you. Let me know if you have any questions about anything in the video. What's your favorite part? You can ask anything. I'm just throwing some different ones out there. You can, let's see. Sometimes I know, that links don't send. So let me know if it didn't go through. I had a couple girls that said that were watching. Anytime that I can utilize more people, because monkey see, monkey do, I will. So sometimes, I'll say, hey girl, I had someone just message me and say that the link didn't send, and I just wanted to make sure that yours did or didn't. That way I can resend it to you. You know what I mean? Like anytime I can throw other people in there, I will. So I just check in with them. I just check in with them. I follow up with them. And in my notebook, I write down what they said, if they watched the video, and the date, that way I know when the last time I talked to them was. I know where the last place that their head was. And so, and then hang on, I was trying to think of, will it let me do it if I do it like that? Okay. And then I am afraid of being, a bad leader or a leader in general. And that's a great one. It's a great fear to have because it's great privilege. You know what I mean? And I know for me, anytime that it's been something amazing, it's been something that I know I want to do, it's been something out of my comfort zone, it's been scary, right? But the beauty in being a leader is that you don't have to be some cookie cutter person. You know what I mean? You get to be you, sharing. You guys know I don't try to be perfect. You guys know I have anxiety. I share my flaws with you guys. Like I'm open with you guys about that stuff. And so, it's not that I'm here to just be like, you guys do all of this, do this for me, do this for me. You know what I mean? That's because that's being a boss. Nobody wants that. You know what I mean? That's just that. You know what I mean? And so this way, if we just look at it as, listen, I'm not their boss. I'm not their manager. I'm their mentor that shares their experience. I'm not responsible for anyone's success or failures other than my own. And now, does that mean that if I have someone join and I don't add them to any of the team pages or anything, that's okay? Absolutely not. You are responsible for those steps. You are responsible for getting them in the team pages and in the chats and tagging them in the new presenter training document and follow up with them. You know what I mean? Follow up with them. Hey girl, hey Jamie's joined your team now. Okay, Jamie's joined your team, and I just want to check in and see how you're doing with the new presenter training document. How are you doing with your new presenter training? What can I help you with? What is there anything I can answer or I can find the answers for you? It's not about knowing everything, but about being willing to just be there and share your experience and your strength and your hard times, and sharing that to just simply share the knowledge that you've gained and share the experiences that you've been through And that's all it takes to be a leader, is leading by example, working your own business, and then letting your team, the people that you're sponsoring, letting them see you and follow that example. That is what being a leader is. And you can do it. You hear me? You can do it. Okay. Anything else? Drop it. Let's see it. Let's tackle it.